Congratulations, you did it. Your offer was accepted, and now you are one step closer to becoming a homeowner. How exciting. But this process might seem extremely daunting, and oftentimes, for first-time homebuyers, it feels like going from a nice evening stroll to a sprint. But don't worry, in this video, my goal is to help make this sprint feel like a nice walk. My name is Vadim, I'm a real estate agent here in Washington State, and today we are breaking down the next steps or the steps you need to take in finally becoming a homeowner after your offer was accepted. So let's get started. What is step number one? Step number one is getting together with your real estate agent and re-reviewing your purchase and sale agreement to make sure that you're both aligned on what the closing date is, when certain contingencies need to be met, and what you need to do, where you need to deliver earnest money, and what happens next. So that is the crucial next step, is making sure that you and your real estate agent are on the same page of the expectations that need to happen. So what is the first step? The first step is making sure that you receive a copy of your purchase and sale agreement and that you understand the timeline that you have to follow. Meaning you have to understand when you're delivering earnest money, when your closing date is, when your inspection is, when you need to get documents to your lender, when you need to order your appraisal, and so on. And so I'll break down every single one of these steps in this video. Step number one is really understanding the dates and when things need to happen. This is where your real estate agent plays a crucial role because they will be following every single one of these dates to the T. So you're going to need to align with them and understand when your closing dates are, when certain documents are due, when inspections are due, and how you need to communicate with your lender. So step number one, get aligned with your real estate agent and make sure you understand the expectations that need to happen in the next 30, 60, or 90 days, or however long your purchase and sale agreement is for. Step number two, you need to deliver earnest money. What is earnest money? Earnest money is a good faith deposit that you will not walk away from this transaction unless you have a contractual way out. If you do not have a contractual way out, then you will go ahead and forfeit that earnest money to the seller because you not only took their home off the market, you also didn't let other people the opportunity to purchase that home. Now, it is very crucial that you understand the contingencies or ways out you have in your purchase and sale agreement so you understand what needs to happen for you not to lose your earnest money if things don't go right with the home purchase. The third step is to get your private home inspection scheduled. Now, the home inspection typically costs between $300 to $500, and this is where you hire a licensed home inspector. They will go through and they will tell you the major and minor defects of the home to make sure that you are making a great investment. And this is the step where a lot of home buyers who are doing this for the first time get really scared or nervous, and a lot of that has to do with misinformation that they hear from other people. And so if big red flag items do come up on your inspection report, I highly recommend that you speak to a professional about this. Why do I say that? I will give you an example. A few weeks ago, we had a home inspection with a wonderful young family who brought some relatives. The home inspector pointed out some minor foundation cracks or hairline cracks that happen in our area. Now, the relatives started to freak out. They said, we need to lower the price by over 10%. We need to walk away from the transaction. But my recommendation was to get this issue further evaluated by a qualified professional. So we ended up hiring an inspector from a foundation company. Once they came out and inspected the foundation, they noted the same thing that the private inspector did as well, that these are normal hairline cracks that do happen. And in fact, the foundation is in phenomenal shape and they have no concerns other than a few minor repairs, which we were able to get the seller to do. So when it comes to your home inspection, do not worry, do not freak out. Ask qualified professionals for answers, and from there, make a decision. Step number 4, this is where you get to review the title paperwork. Now, in your transaction, you will have title and escrow both reviewing the title report. This is where they'll pull public records to see if there are any issues with transferring the title to you. You will also get the chance to review the title report to confirm that you have clear ownership and no outstanding liens. Now, this is a very important step, and this is why we actually pay for title and escrow fees, so that these qualified professionals can review these items for us, as well as the lender, because they're not going to lend on anything or give money for anything with a lien against it. So make sure to review your title paperwork, but be confident that you have professionals that are also reviewing this work for you. Step number 5, work with your lender to get approval of your loan. And it is going to feel like your lender is asking for everything, including your DNA blood sample. And this is totally normal. It's not that your loan officer doesn't trust you or hates you. It's simply because there have been a few bad people who have broken the rules, and now everything needs to get verified to make sure that the bank is giving money out to a qualified borrower. Now, depending on the complexity of your scenario, it might mean a couple pay stubs, bank statements, W-2s, and tax returns. But if you have some more complicated issues, please talk to your loan officer and they'll be able to get you to the next steps of your final approval. And remember, please, 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 please don't just use random cash. Banks absolutely hate this. In fact, I had a scenario where a borrower 2 days before closing decided to pay off almost a $10,000 loan with cash, and that almost destroyed the whole entire home purchase. So I don't recommend you do that. Communicate with your lender clearly and understand what documents they need from you. The next step, or step number 6, is going to be ordering your appraisal. What is an appraisal? An appraisal is a third-party evaluation of the purchase price of the home. And this is really more of a requirement of the lender or the bank to make sure that they are giving money for something that's worth it. For example, if you are purchasing a $1 million home, but the homes in that neighborhood are only selling for $600,000, this is where the appraiser will go out and verify the value of the home. It's not only there to protect the lender, but it's also there to protect you, to make sure that you're not overpaying for a home. Once you've gone through the inspection, through the appraisal, getting the docs to your lender, you should hear the words clear to close. And so this is where you know that you can go ahead and close on your home purchase. And it's imperative, in fact, it's very important that you do a final walkthrough of the home at least 1 to 3 days before closing. And we've had scenarios where we've done walkthroughs and unfortunately the worst of the worst happens. A home was left vacant, a pipe burst, and the home flooded. Now imagine if we as the real estate agents with the buyer or us alone didn't do that walkthrough. Somebody could have happily signed the paperwork, wired the funds, closed on the home, drank some champagne to only come home to find their house flooded. So please, please, please make sure you do a final walkthrough. After you've walked through the home, the last step is really getting over the required funds over to escrow so they can disperse them. Your lender will tell you the exact amount of money that you'll need to bring to the closing table, and most likely you'll do this via wire or a cashier's check. After you've done this, you're gonna do the probably easiest part of this transaction. You're gonna sit down for 45 minutes with your title company and a notary, and you'll sign the final documents. You are almost there. Once those documents are signed, they're going to go ahead and go back to the lender for review. They'll make sure that no mistakes were made and everything was signed correctly. They will then send those documents back to the title company, and the title company will send them to the county to get recording numbers. What are recording numbers? Recording numbers are the final numbers that say that title has transferred and you are now the new owner. Congratulations. And the final step that you need to do is to celebrate, get the keys, meet with your real estate agent, and enjoy your home. I hope this video was extremely helpful to you, and I hope that you are going to love the new home that you move into. Again, I would love it if you would follow, like, and subscribe, or follow me on Instagram. The information is down in the bio below, so I would love to see you there. Thanks for watching.